So before we continue and we actually start getting into the programming of the robot, you should know something about safety and read the manual about how to stop the robot. In most cases, when you have a teach pendant associated with the robot, which is going to be plugged into it, on the teach pendant itself, you're going to have this big red button, which allows you to hit the e-stop, and it's going to show on the pendant that you have an emergency stop. If the robot's moving, you hit the big red button and it should stop the robot. In order to allow it to continue moving after you hit it on the pendant itself, you have to come over to it and hit this motors on button, and that will allow you to continue working. But the emergency stop isn't the only stop on the controller system. You can come over to here, and you can, if you see the motors on button and the key switch to switch it from teach mode to automatic mode, we can see our e-stop run chain. So whenever this button is hit, this e-stop run chain lights right here will be turned off. Other stops that we have on the robot are your auto stop, which means when you're in teach mode and your auto stops are off, you're allowed to move it only in teach. But if you put it in automatic mode, it will not allow it to run. Another stop is guard stop, which means you have some reason on the controller for it to stop, and it's going to stop it, period. You can't run it in teach or automatic mode. And depending on your safety system, you might have a superior stop in here. We have Safe Move Pro and Safe Move 1, which both use the superior stop and can stop the robot that way. Superior stops can work as a guard stop or an auto stop. It just depends on how it's configured. So superior stop might be one of these two, and e-stop will prevent this one from running. But in order to actually execute code on your robot, you need a full run chain. Everything needs to be happy. You need to be able to go to your pendant and see that you have motors on in order for this thing to run.